And welcome back to another episode of Debt Nation, where we are busy putting death out of business, and we have a really fantastic Taffds announcement, from the Taffds family that we promote here a lot. It's got a huge conference coming up, so we're going to cross over to our good friend Ósìnàkáchì for a Taffds conference update. Quickly, before we do, let's thank our sponsors. That's Thrivous. You know the deal. $5 all the way up to $160 worth of free Thrivous. The rules the rules to the competition are in the link description. Also, I want to thank David Kelly. I am transhuman. Lots of new posts coming out on that campaign all the time for supporting this episode of Debt Nation. Ósìnàkáchì, it's really good to see you. How are you?
I'm fine. Greetings. So good to be on your show today.
Absolutely. And we really love Taffds. We've always supported Taffds, and we're really excited because Taffds has a big conference coming up. It's not too far away. Conference of 2020. It's happening in 5 days, 4 hours, 41 minutes, and 28 seconds from what we're talking. Let's talk about the transdisciplinary agora for future discussions. Quickly, Ósìnàkáchì, before we talk about it, just remind us what Taffds is.
Okay, transdisciplinary agora for future discussions is a group of intellectuals that helps in preparing the future by looking at projecting into the futures and availing solutions to human problems. So we have a vision of gathering over 3 billion geniuses to help in harnessing reality proper. There's 3 billion out of over 7 billion of human population. So we have been looking at what is happening. We know what we are into as a species recently. So we are also with our themes of experts from worms, longevity, and all that, transhumanism, and all that. So we coming together, putting heads to see where of availing solutions, talking to people, telling their fears and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things to do in humanity. We've seen that most people are abusing reality. They're abusing how to enhance and look at reality because of personal ego. That is why we say, let us forget about ideological supremacy. Let us come together as species and look at the way of looking at reality proper. So that is the basic ground that informs.
And absolutely, and Taffds has been doing a really great job. Got some really big names coming to the conference. It's been attracting a lot of geniuses and fulfilling its goals. And the theme of the conference this year is compliance to global sustainability, and we'll be offering sessions regarding climate change, renewable energies, Internet of Things, futurism, transhumanism, neuroscience, biotech, international politics, digital leadership, business, and much more. The grand event will be offered online in virtual reality on April 21st to the 23rd in 2020. You've got this one right. In the age of COVID, online is the place to be. So Ósìnàkáchì has got his brain on there. Really fantastic. So let's talk more about the theme of the upcoming conference. So this is the 2020 conference. How did you come up with this cool theme?
So the tag flag of the conference informed the theme. That is International Conference of Future Africa Sustaining the Source. Why? Because people often just impose on Africans things that they want Africans to do without looking at the nature of Africa personality and identity. So we said, okay, we need to see a way of looking at for what works for Africans. So looking at for what works for Africans, we can now see a way of enculturating those things with the ideology. So you're not just bringing in things that may not work for Africa, because what works for you may not work for me. So need to respect people's identity, history, and things like that. So when you look at this, and we need to say, okay, who are Africans? What's Africa? What makes Africa? So when you look at all these things, you say, okay, let us now investigate and see how we can look out for what works for Africans and then see a way for Africans to match how the world is doing. Because Africa is really blessed. We have people, great men and women, who are doing well in all walks of life. So that is why we use that flag and the team.
Yeah, so that's the 2020 International Conference on Future of Africa, Sustaining the Source. And yes, it's a really interesting theme. And again, lots of really cool topics: climate change, renewable energy, Internet of Things, futurism, singularity, transhumanism, neuroscience, biotech, peace and conflict resolution, international politics, digital leadership, and digital business. And Ósìnàkáchì, you have some really, really great guests who are coming. Do you want to highlight the guest list and some of the big names that are coming to your conference?
Yeah, first we have Idarek San. Idarek San is a Nigerian based in USA. She is a philosopher. She's doing well, and she would like to look at the monetary system of Africa. So want to look at the idea of crowdfunding for the development of Africa. So we have Pauline from Zimbabwe, and she will be talking about youth and development. So we have great people like Raj Gupta. He will be talking about the tenets of successful leadership. We have Ambassador Professor Nabhit, and he'll be talking about from India. He'll be talking about understanding the psychology of leadership in the technological age. So we have you, Stilaja. You'll be talking about um, media and transhumanism. So you're talking about making a kind of a contextualization and the necessary connection. So we have Anne Kamwila. She's from Kenya, and she'll be talking about leading as a woman in the digital age. So we have, let me talk about our fans. We have Aroma Ike Fisher, who will be talking about God is dead, psychology is dead, a global worldview, critical analysis. So we have Malak. Malak will be talking about the use of space technologies in preventing human trafficking in Africa. So we have Dr. Catherine Demetrides. She'll be talking about the emotional biophysics of behaviors of COVID-19. So, and a lot more. But importantly, I need to mention Miri Rodriguez from US. She's the global head of internship at Microsoft, the author of brand storytelling. So she'll be talking about why be a storyteller when you can be a story lord. In Africa, people have been suffering from a kind of a single story. People say what they like of Africa without listening to it uh, holistically. And so she'll be looking at it from that viewpoint, and she will be teaching people, especially storytellers and all that, on how to shape the narrative of things, so as to get the real idea about story. So let's not forget we have Aubrey de Grey. Aubrey de Grey. He'll be talking about rejuvenation, biotechnology, why age may cease to mean aging. So we have Noye. Um, Noye should be talking about effective use of communication to reduce fear, stroke anxiety, and build trust in healthcare. So we have Victor Moti. Victor Moti will be talking about systemic analysis of drivers of change in the next decades. Then Edward Fitzgerald will be talking about innovation with conscience, purpose, and sustainability. So these are among other greats. We have 33 speakers and keynote speakers, and the price is not much. Just students $3, the others $5. So you subscribe and subscribe using the link on the website. Then we send you the login for the conference. So the $3 make up the 3 days for the event.
Yeah.
So
You go to
this,
Taffds.org to find out more about that. Taffds.org. So, Taffds.org/events 2020. So, that's really exciting. And we've got some huge names. And that's not all the names. I know you're very excited about Michael Fisher and Dr. Aubrey Gray, obviously being a huge headline act. Very, very thankful for him, lending his time to this. But definitely a lot more people. And I'll put some up on the screen. There's a flyer going around demonstrating some of the brilliance that's going to be shown off at the event. And there you can see, and you even have Ira Pastor there, which is very, very cool. Talking about biological rejuvenation, he's very, very, very smart man, and a lot of other people there. Peaceful Mind Foundation coming in there as well, and Party Secretary of the United States Transhumanist-Party, Pavel Elin. Lots and lots of very cool people coming in there. Very well done, Ósìnàkáchì. You've done a very well done, good job, and and lots of hard work has gone into making this event. Hopefully, what it will be a really, really fascinating, enjoyable experience with a lot of talented people. And this is only your first event, right?
no, last year we did our techno-scientific awareness campaign. So, which you did announce here also. We did a techno-scientific awareness campaign, and which didn't really went as planned.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
the awareness went through. So, and now we'll be coming up with something very fantastic. And after this, our academy we kickstart the TFDS Academy. So we have a lot of good course going on there. They are developing contemporary courses that most universities are not putting into consideration. So we're trying to make all these things possible, because after this COVID-19, we are heading into automation. Everything will be automated, and people are not understanding how the future is getting fast. About Peter H. Diamandis' work, the future is faster than you think. So these are the things that is happening, but people are not thinking in this direction. So why people are suffering now during this lockdown is because they never prepared for the future. And in their lockdown, they are not even preparing for what awaits humanity as species. So this is what we want to help look at to the future and see a way of availing platform for people to scale through. Because education is no longer where did you study, but what do you know? What can you do for humanity? So that is the underlying factor. So the earlier we begin to think in towards this direction, the better for us as species.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Well, is there anything else you wanted to mention about Taffds or about the upcoming conference? Great theme, great people. We really wish you the best of luck. You've got all our support here. Tom Ross obviously going as well. That's exciting. Tom's very cool. Anything else you wanted to tell us about?
Yes, I wish to thank those who endorsed this conference, those who have been promoting this conference, especially the U.S. Transhumanist-Party, the Lifeboats Foundation, Taffds Nations, and the likes of, we'll not forget Alejandro de la Para Solomon, his associate, and the WAMS, World Academy for Medical Sciences, and others who are always sharing, promoting, and endorsing what we do. We got a lot of fans all over the world, and people are supportive of what we do. So I wish to thank all of them and say, for them getting our back, we got their back too.
Yeah, and I respect heavily what you're doing. It's not, it's hard to say it in a way, but it's not an easy sell. It's not easy to talk about some of these subjects. It's not easy to get people excited about some of these subjects. I find them exciting. You find them exciting. But getting the general population, like you say, A lot of them aren't really preparing for the future and what awaits us around the corner as a species. And it does get a little bit... there's a little bit of a wall there trying to get people excited about some of this stuff. Elon Musk obviously getting people very excited and doing a great job in the excitement side. But what you're doing is hard to do. It's really, really a tough thing. And, you're doing a really good job at it. So, regardless, you're on the right track. Have our full support, and thanks to Lifeboat, thanks to Transhumanist-Party, thanks to the individuals who you've mentioned who are sharing this stuff around and getting people excited about these sorts of conferences. And we really look forward to watching the conference, participating in the conference, and reporting on the conference. And we're going to do a breakdown here on the show about the conference and about the different topics and the different speakers and it's going to be fantastic. So we really, really thank you. Really excited.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's Ósìnàkáchì in Nigeria. I really hope you're safe, well, and happy. I hope you're isolating, sir. It's not easy times, but, the conference is around the corner, so keep your head on and stay focused, and we're going to have a great time, and we'll see you there in about 5 days. How about that?
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, that's Ósìnàkáchì coming in from Nigeria, talking about the Taffds conference. Remember, go to taffds.org/events, and you can see there. You can buy a ticket. It's real cheap. You'll be able to participate in the conference and get vital information for the future. This is really important, especially if you're in a lockdown and you're starting to think about automation. You're starting to think about the future of work. You're starting to think about some of these amazing topics that they're going to be promoting here, such as climate change, such as biology, such as renewable energies, the Internet of Things, futurism, singularity, transhumanism, neuroscience, biotech, peace and conflict resolution, international politics, digital leadership, and digital business. Ósìnàkáchì doing a great job, and all these other people doing a great job. We really want to thank you, and that's Det Nation, where we're busy putting death out of business. Thank you very much.
Thank you.